Hello, my name's Inspector Chris Valentine and I'm in charge of one of the response teams over in East Division, and I wanted to do this video just to explain a little bit more about the role of a response officer. Some of you might know that on the 3rd of May we're opening up recruitment for the degree holder entry programme, which means if you've got a degree or a level 6 NVQ you can apply to become a police officer, and when you've passed through your basic training, all new recruits will end up on a response team for a period of time. So I thought it might be interesting to find out a little bit more about what we do, and even if you're not applying, you might be interested to find out the sorts of things that we have to deal with. Just to let you know, I am doing this on my own free time. I'm currently on a meal break, as you can see, sat in one of the patrol cars we've got, so don't worry about me taking up the constabulary time doing this video. It's just going to be an introduction, and hopefully if there's an appetite for it, over the next few weeks I'll do a few more of these, going into more detail, the types of things we deal with, and what you can expect from a response team. So if you do have any questions, put them into the comments, and what I'll try and do on my days off is I'll read through the comments and pick out some questions, and the next time I do one of these videos I'll try and answer them for you. So Lancashire Constabulary is split into 3 core services. The first of those is local policing, and it's officers from here that you'll see post more on social media, on Facebook and Twitter, about local issues and jobs that they've dealt with. So your CBMs, PCSOs, task force, so you're probably quite aware of the sort of work that they do. We have serious crime and investigation, which is traditionally what you think of CID to fall under, and then finally contact and response. So that covers if you call 999 or 101, you'll speak to an operator, you'll take your details, log the call, and then pass it on to a response officer. And as well as that, we have lots of support departments, specialist departments, scenes of crime, TAC ops, mounted, dogs, drones, all that kind of support departments or specialisms that you can go into as well, but essentially 3 core areas. East Division covers from Blackburn pretty much all the way up to the Yorkshire border, Longridge, Clitheroe, and then as far south as the Manchester border as well. So there are 5 teams, 5 response teams. On any one day, 3 teams will be on and 2 teams will be on rest days. So those 3 teams can give 24-hour cover. I'm one of the inspectors, so there's 2 of us for each team, and I cover team 2. The numbers are just 1 to 5. Team 1 isn't better, they might try and claim that, but we're just numbered 1 to 5. And there's myself and my opper who works at Blackburn. So the area I cover is Burnley, Padiham, Pendle, Ribble Valley and Rosendale Valley. So quite a huge area for one inspector, but I've got lots of sergeants and lots of PCs, and my job is to make sure that there's enough cover depending on where the demand is. So we might have an increase in demand in Clitheroe, I might have to move officers from Colne. The demand might shift to Rosendale, so officers from Burnley will move over, and it's my job to just listen to the radio, listen to what's going on and make sure there's people available. So as I've previously mentioned, all new recruits will join one of the response teams once they've finished their basic training, and they'll stay with us until such time that they might decide to go for promotion or to branch off into one of the specialist areas that I've also mentioned as well. But on response, we respond to all emergency, urgent and general demand. So people will call up, the details will be taken, it'll then be graded according to the risk to it. So if you've been burgled and you've disturbed somebody doing it, that will obviously be graded as an emergency response. Whereas if you've had some damage done to your property and you haven't seen anything, or there's no CCTV, that'll be graded at less of a risk. So that's a very brief introduction to how we get deployed to things. But only 19% of what we deal with is crime related. So 1 in 5 roughly, which might differ from what you see on TV or what your expectations are. But we can deal with all sorts of things. So if it's not crime related, it could be mental health, it could be missing people, concerns for safety, traffic incidents. So there's lots of other things that we can get involved in. So it's currently just after 3 AM when I'm recording this, and tonight we've dealt with an arson, quite a few missing people, some concern for safeties, quite a serious road traffic accident where someone's been injured quite badly. So lots of other demand, and only some of it is crime related. But that doesn't mean that there's not loads of really good opportunities to help people and protect people outside of crime, which is ultimately what we're here to do. We're not just here to investigate crime. There's lots of other things that we get involved in as well that perhaps people don't realise. Okay, so that was a really brief introduction to Response, and like I said, if there's an appetite for it, I'll go into more detail in future videos. I'll give an example of what a typical day looks like for us, what you can expect, and you know, some of the qualities that you need to bring to be a response officer. Like I say, ask me some questions, put some comments on this video. Please be gentle. There's a human being behind this body armour, so don't be too rude to me. And if you are applying for the job, good luck to you. Genuinely mean that. It's an amazing job, really rewarding, but it's very, very challenging as well. There's no job like it at all. It takes a special type of person to become a police officer, I think. You know, people are very quick to comment on things that we do well and things that we don't do so well. You know, we're human at the end of the day. We have to learn from our mistakes. So please as well, take a look at Lancashire Talking. It's a good place for you to let us know the issues that matter to you. It'll help me out, it'll help the neighbourhood officers out as well, and it gives you a bit of an outlet to voice your opinions as well. You know, if we don't know it's occurring, how can we possibly deal with it? So it's a good opportunity for you. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I know it's only been a very quick introduction, and I'll do my best at some point in the future to do a few more of these. So yeah, thank you very much, and stay safe out there.